Very clear the war in this area is extremely active.
Site of a Russian missile attack on the eastern edge of Kharkiv.
The Ukrainians have already pushed the Russians out of this city once they fear they're going to have to do it again.
See the headlines as they happen with breaking news alerts in the app and get the full story with bbc.com/news. Follow the story latest with BBC News.
Prices are rising across the globe, sending the cost of soaring. So why is this happening, and what does it mean for you?
The war in Ukraine seems a long way away from this beach in South Shields, but the soaring price of potatoes, fish, oil, the energy to cook them is in part due to that conflict. It's causing a cost of living and a cost of doing business emergency.
But it's not just about food. Tourism, which is a lifeline to the Egyptian economy, is likely to be hit hard too. Around 40% of tourists who visit Egyptian sea resorts come from Russia and Ukraine.
Before the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Zimbabwe was already battling a double-digit inflation, and these price increases are likely to worsen the economic outlook.
The surge in energy prices and inflation, a global phenomenon affecting the entire world.
Business on the BBC. Make the connection.
As we face the world's greatest environmental challenges, what we need most is solutions. Our new website, Future Planet, brings you stories of the people who are working to make the world a sustainable place. And because we're committed to carbon-conscious reporting, we'll work with local reporters from around the globe to bring you incredible insight with a reduced carbon footprint. Future Planet, solutions for a sustainable world.
Welcome to Newsday. Reporting live from Singapore, I'm Karishma Vaswani. The headlines. Japan and the US condemn China's military exercises in the waters around Taiwan and call for an immediate halt.
This afternoon, China fired Dongfeng ballistic missiles from the coast of China across the Taiwan Strait, and they fell into waters in the exclusion zones just here off the North Taiwan coast. Now, the primary objective is obviously intimidation.
Washington says the 9-year sentence given to the American basketball player Brittany Griner in Russia is unacceptable and urged Moscow to accept a deal for her release. A UK recession lasting until the end of next year. The grim forecast from the Bank of England as it announces the biggest interest rate increase for nearly 30 years.
कुछ लोग विश्वास नहीं करते, पर जिंदगी में चमत्कार होते हैं जी.
And the Indian adaptation of the Hollywood classic Forrest Gump is released next week. We talk to the Bollywood superstar, Amir Khan.
It kind of feels like it's a dream now because it's been such a long journey and we've come to the end of it. It's about to release and kind of feels a bit unreal.
Live from our studio in Singapore. This is BBC News. It's Newsday.
It's 6 in the morning here in Singapore and 7 a.m. in Tokyo, where Japan is demanding an immediate end to China's military exercises around Taiwan after 5 Chinese missiles landed in the country's exclusive economic zone. Beijing, you'll remember, is conducting live firing exercises in the sea around Taiwan for the next several days in response to a recent visit there by the senior US politician Nancy Pelosi. Now, Tokyo has lodged a strong diplomatic protest, and the White House has also condemned China's actions. The US National Security spokesman John Kirby said Beijing had no reason to react aggressively to the visit of Speaker Pelosi to Taiwan. With the view from Taiwan, here's our correspondent, Rupert Wingfield-Hayes.
It began with this barrage of rockets streaking into the sky from the southeast coast of China. It's thought